Utah's canyon country defines endless, off-the-beaten-path recreational activities in stunning geology. Embraced with centuries-old history, Shutterbugs will find themselves on overload as the scenes around every bend beckon to be photographed. Frankly, they never stop passing into your field of view. Fueling up and blanding is my smartest travel tip. In this video guide, we will be going to Butler Wash Ruins, Cave Tower Ruins, the popular House on Fire, and easy-to-access Mule Canyon Historic Ruin Site, plus exploring the massive and world record-breaking natural bridges. All of this and more lies along the 50-year-old Bicentennial Highway. It's State Route 95. The 100-mile trail of the Ancients National Scenic Byway passes by many of the highlights in the southeast sector and is aligned with the Bicentennial Highway. Let me share with you part 1 of my adventure guide, Base Camp Landing. Nestled amidst the towering Red Rock mesas and Utah's dramatic canyon country, Blanding, Utah is more than just a stop on the map. It's a charming and historic town that serves as a hidden gem for travelers seeking a unique blend of adventure, fascinating history, and breathtaking natural beauty. We stay at the Blanding RV Park, where we have parked numerous times over many years. On the north side of town, step into the spacious Blanding Visitor Center. This is a great start for Base Camp Blanding. The helpful volunteer hosts lots of free maps and brochures to inform and direct. We spent a few minutes taking in the interesting historic documentation and Western artifacts. The item that touched me the most was the 45-star coffin flag. You might ask why. Here's the reason. The 45th star represents Utah's admission in 1896 as one of the United States. I recommend a stop here to be better prepared for this extraordinary adventure. Head south of town to turn west onto the Bicentennial Highway. Wondering how it got that name? This strategic back road was unpaved until 1976. Fitting. The portion of the road that passes through a huge cut in the hillside is one of the road's highlights as it dips into and out of the Combe and Butler washes. Across from mile marker 111, take the quick drive to the parking area and trailhead to the Butler Wash Ruins Interpretive site and trail. Hike the obvious and sometimes not so obvious trail over slick rock to a grand overview of several sets of time-worn ruins in the opposing canyon walls. This is a lovely hike with amazing terrain and views. At the fenced overlook, informative signage tells us of the hardy Fremont cottonwood that graces and provides most of the coveted shade in canyon country. I decided to walk across the slick rock to stand above the main set of ruins for a different perspective. I even found some hidden water up there that trickles down to those stoic cottonwoods. I'm the tiny dot waving at the camera. Do these hubcaps look familiar to anyone? Approach from mile marker 107. Cave Tower Ruins requires a high-clearance vehicle on occasion. If you hike past the multiple ancestral Puebloan towers to the rim of the canyon, you should be able to pick out the remains of cliff dwellings on various levels along the east wall of the canyon in many of the alcoves. Cave Canyon, where the ruins are located, is a short stub of Mule Canyon. You may also hear the ruins referred to by the name of Cave Canyon Ruins, Cave Canyon Towers, or Mule Canyon Towers. One of the current hot spots is the 2-mile round-trip trail to the House on Fire Granaries. A new parking lot with great signage just north of the Bicentennial Highway off Texas Canyon Road is your starting point. Prior information leads to an older, abandoned parking lot a little farther on the left. Oh yeah, you can literally walk right up to them. The trail to the ruins crisscrosses a watery wash, and following previously cast footprints was helpful at times. Is that like the 12th time we crossed this? Oh, and now they decided to put a trail marker? The opinion of photographers varies from go in the morning, while others say afternoon is best. But regardless, sunlight can make the granary's fiery roof effect more intense, lending to the name House on Fire.
Okay, that's the effect of the house on fire. It took us 45 minutes to get here. That's not too bad considering all the route finding, backtracking, and photo taking. So what do you think? Incredible. Sometimes you can get right up to these things and sometimes they don't allow you to. So it's really cool when you can. I wonder who walked this path. I wonder what her name was. I wonder what her life was like. I wonder if she enjoyed being here. I wonder if she knew she even had a choice. Did she have a choice? I'm thinking no. But if you're gonna be stuck somewhere, this isn't a bad option.
Brendan and Lindsay were on the trail ahead of us, and we got to talk with them a while at these impressive ruins. Oh yeah, sign the trail register found in the ammo can at the approach to the granaries.
Well, we're headed out and it's 10:17, so basically an hour from the trailhead to the site, spend some time and head back. Well, on this fact-finding, getting back, breadcrumb kind of activity, I do want to point out that, about to slip in the mud, no, not that, that we're getting some cloud cover. And that's kind of a welcome relief from the sun-scorching heat we've been experiencing. We made it back. Let me see what time it is.
When looking on a map, you will see that House on Fire is behind the fabulous Mule Canyon Anasazi ruins. But don't try to figure out how to hike between the two. Take the Bicentennial Highway to reach the Interpretive site, which grants walk path access to a great kiva, easily accessed at mile marker 101 off the Bicentennial Highway. This is a favorite for those not able to hike to reach these types of sites. Mule Canyon Ruins are about a mile in direct line of sight with Cave Tower Ruins. Continuing west on Bicentennial Highway and across from the turnoff to Natural Bridges National Monument is a BLM trailhead for the Mormon Trail of 1880. The Cedars, hole-in-the-rock pioneers pathway is your opportunity to walk part of this historic trail. After answering the call to colonize San Juan County and after enduring the famous hole-in-the-rock dilemma to establish Fort Bluff, Utah, walking at least part of this Mormon pioneer trail is in order. Hole-in-the-Rock is reached from Escalante via a 50-mile awful rough back road to reach the crevice where these pioneers dropped down into the canyon at the Colorado River and eventually crossed at this point. They would not appreciate my oversimplification of this feat. We will be visiting Bluff Fort in an upcoming video when we are at Base Camp Bluff. Natural Bridges National Monument is a grand national park unit to trek 3 plunging trails to the underside of massive natural bridges. Plus, you'll see petroglyphs and canyon ruins. Carved from cross-bedded cedar mesa sandstone, the Natural Bridges National Monument protects 3 massive natural bridges at the portal to White Canyon. Trailheads are reached from Bridgeview Drive, the 9-mile one-way scenic loop. The bridges are best experienced by those able to descend steep, knee-pounding trails and not fearful of climbing wooden ladders at some sections. The heart-pounding hikes back to the canyon rim are not easier than the descents, but they are well worth it. We have hiked numerous times to all 3. A single trail does lead to all 3 bridges if you follow the stream bed. In 1908, government surveyor William Douglas named them the Hopi Indian names of Kachina, Owachomo, and Sipapu. Kachina, with its immense petroglyphs, is a must-see. On our latest visit, recent heavy rains had caused much flooding and the area at the base of this bridge was flooded, and I found myself in real-life quicksand. I almost lost my flip-flops as they were being sucked under as the sand was inching quickly up my legs. Owachomo is the smallest, thinnest, and easiest to access natural bridge. Sipapu is the world's 2nd largest natural bridge with a height of 220 feet, a span of 268 feet, and a width of 31 feet. Prospector Cass Height of nearby Height Crossing over the Colorado River originally named them President, Senator, and Congressman. I'm glad those names didn't stick. Overlooks access from roadside pullouts provide distant views of the grand bridges for those that do not have a desire or ability to endeavor the required exhausting hikes. We have been there 5 times, and this is always a rewarding national park unit. And of course, don't miss stopping in at the Visitor Center. I was so excited to buy a new Indian country map. This is my 3rd one. And don't forget to get your park passport book stamped. I was touched by reading this marker about the first custodian of this park in honor of Ezekiel Zeke Johnson, the first custodian of Natural Bridges National Monument. The bridges, their protection, and the winning of a place for them in the hearts of all nature-loving Americans have crowned Zeke's life. Reminds me of John Otto. Have you watched my First Timer's Guide to Colorado National Monument and learned about John Otto, the park's founder? And as a note, even the casual park visitor should take time to walk to the Horse Collar House overlook. And for those really tough folks, there is a mesa trail that you can hike to reach every pull-out overlook. Now for the 3 bridges. We will stroll out to Sipapu Bridge Overlook first. This is the first bridge you will reach while traveling the one-way Bridge View Loop Drive. On our most recent visit to Natural Bridges National Monument, we hiked to the base of Kachina and to Owachomo, and I would like to show you what those hikes look like. Now let me take you to the base of Kachina. It's like there's a little forest arboretum garden up here, and that's just so amazing. They're enjoying the shade and the view. We are making progress. We're already a half a mile in, and it's really not that awful. A lot of steps, some are a little wonkish. We've got, I think, what did it say? 7/10 or 8/10, maybe 3/10 left, so we're more than halfway. And we're not gonna take the trail to Owachomo. No, not today. Okay, to add to the excitement, this pipe is like uber hot.
The water looks good enough to not drink.
there he is. I think there's the guy. There's the guy, I think. Ooh.
And now to Owachomo. So do you think we should do it?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay, after what we just went through?
It's a cakewalk.
All right, well, get out the icing.
While traveling along the Bicentennial Highway and most other roadways in this region, you will be weaving in and out and through the expanding and now contracting Bears Ears National Monument. This monument once incorporated all the land that wasn't under another jurisdiction in this massive region. The first line of the December 2016 proclamation reads, "Rising from the center of the southeastern Utah landscape and visible from every direction are twin buttes, so distinctive that in each of the native languages of the region their name is the same." I won't even attempt to pronounce, but rather place them on the screen. For decades, we have explored many parts of Bears Ears. This is one of the most intact and least eroded areas in the lower 48. More details with day-by-day excursions and exploration of more dynamic destinations from base camp landing will be coming soon. We will pass deeper into the impressive White Canyon, ride or die to the saddle of Blue Notch Road, and discover the treasures inside and out at the edge of the Cedars State Park, and much more. Thank you for subscribing, hitting the notification bell, and tapping that like button. Flip-flops and tennis shoes on the ground on Classic Road Trip. Don't miss all the other videos in my Utah playlist.